Hello mga kasayko! Randy Dellosa here, the only Filipino who is a psychiatrist, clinical psychologist, and master psychotherapist, all rolled into one. May forever nga ba talaga? Forever is what we all wish for ourselves, di ba? Pero sometimes, betrayal happens, and then your whole world comes crashing down. This video is about infidelity, about cheating, and whether the cheating was a simple flirting or a full-blown secret relationship. The betrayal is making you go through emotional chaos, making you feel everything from volcanic rage to dark despair. First thing I need to tell you is that it's not your fault. Your partner chose to cheat. You didn't cause this, and you don't deserve this at all. Kapag niloko ka, parang roller coaster yung emotions mo. Shock, denial, anger, sadness, confusion. It's all overwhelming, right? And here's the catch. You can't control these feelings from coming up. It's like waves. You can let the waves of emotion drown you, or you can learn to do emotional surfing. The way to do emotional surfing is this. When intense feelings hit you, you don't fight or resist them. You just ride out the waves of emotions by feeling how the emotions register physically in your body, and then breathing through the body sensations until they pass. And then, after the emotion passes, you do some distracting activity that catches your attention. That's what we call emotional surfing. You are not going crazy. It just feels that way because your mind is trying to process what the hell just happened. Your mind is shocked that the person you love and trust dearly is the very same person who just destroyed that love and trust of yours. And then your mind is repeatedly asking, ano bang kulang sa akin? Or anong mali ang nagawa ko kaya siya nangaliwa? So, please don't gaslight yourself into thinking you're overreacting or going crazy. The emotional chaos you're suffering would never have happened if your partner did not cheat in the first place. I'm guessing that you also have this obsessive need to know every detail, right? That's your mind's attempt to make sense of the chaos. Your mind is desperately trying to fill in the gaps and piece the whole story together. One way you probably try to gain more information is by stalking their social media accounts, di ba? Like, for instance, checking their last online status, or scrolling through their friends' photos, or going through your partner's phone, or using trackers, and following your partner's every move, right? In other words, you've probably transformed into a detective of sorts. Pero here's what's happening, and I'm sure you already know this. Every time you stalk and find new information, you are just adding to your emotional pain. It becomes a vicious cycle because you get addicted to looking for evidence of your partner's cheating, and with every supposed evidence that you find, it just hurts you even more. So the simple truth is that stalking is really a form of self-harm. Sayang lang kasi every minute you spend spying and stalking your partner is a minute you could be investing in yourself and in your own healing process. So, the next time you get the urge to monitor or stalk your partner, ask yourself muna, is this stalking going to help me heal? Or is this stalking going to hurt me even more? People often ask me, Randy, how can I trust my partner again? And so I tell them, it's your partner who first has to prove that he or she can be fully trusted again. Otherwise, why trust someone who has not yet proved his or her trustworthiness to you? First of all, wala ka namang assurance that the cheating has really stopped, di ba? And secondly, wala ka ring assurance that your partner will never cheat again. Unless your partner has repented and shown remorse and has proven his or her trustworthiness again, then it would be pathetic for you to trust a person who is simply not trustworthy. Now, let's talk about that rage of yours, ha? Grabe yung galit mo, right? You want to scream, to lash out, to argue, to demand answers, to break things, to hurt them back, to make them feel your pain, right? Sobrang intense. And you probably just want to scream, how could you? At the top of your lungs. And sometimes you do. But here's the truth. Lashing out will only give you temporary relief while creating permanent damage to your relationship. Often, yung pag-aaway nyo just becomes circular, exhausting, leaving you feeling even more drained. You're trying to gain control kasi in a situation where wala ka naman talagang control. So, instead of having explosive arguments, huminahon ka, maghunos dili ka. If you absolutely need to talk, yes, express your feelings honestly, but don't allow it to devolve into a shouting match. And kapag paulit-ulit ka na, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to really say nothing at all. So, how do you cope? How do you bounce back from being shattered to becoming strong? Here are some immediate doable steps. First, acknowledge your pain. When emotions sit hard, don't suppress. Allow yourself to grieve and feel the heaviness and the pain. So, just pause to feel whatever you feel and then breathe it out for 10 seconds just to calm your nervous system. Hindi ba we talked about emotional surfing kanina? Second, build your support system. Talk it out. Huwag kang mag-isa sa dilim. Share your heartaches with a trusted friend. You don't have to go through this alone. Third, prioritize your self-care. Self-care is non-negotiable, and self-care isn't being selfish. On the contrary, it is essential. So get enough sleep, eat well, move your body, catch up on your interests. In other words, invest in yourself. Number 4, consult a psychotherapist because talk therapy will surely help you to let off some steam. Look, I'm going to be straight with you. If you're depressed and having thoughts of hurting yourself, or if you can't eat or sleep for weeks, or if you've lost your interest or can't concentrate at your job, then you need the professional support of a psychiatrist and or psychologist. Coping with a cheating partner is a journey you don't have to take alone. If you're struggling to navigate your heavy emotions, if you need a safe space to process, to heal, and to strategize your next moves, then I invite you to do talk therapy. You can call 0917-520-3509 to set an appointment. And you can also visit my website at randydellosa.org to know more about me and the work that I do. Talk therapy is not about quick fixes or cheesy advice, but it's about emotional healing and finding yourself again, whether your unfaithful partner changes or not. This is Randy Dellosa. Till we meet, God bless you and always take care of your mental health.